Danny Flexen for Seconds Out, here with unbeaten heavyweight Nathan Gorman. Nathan, we're here at the press conference for Big Bill on June the 9th here in Manchester. You're going to be appearing under the comeback of Tyson Fury. How big an opportunity is this for you?
Massive, you know. Tyson's making his comeback. Obviously, without Tyson, there's Terry Flanagan fighting for another world title, so it's a huge platform. I think I'm defending my WBC international belt, so it's a great card, a great undercard, and you know, proud to be a part of it.
Because you're quite close friends with Tyson, you've sparred a number of rounds with him. Does this, your position on this bill, mean more to you than perhaps some of the other undercard fighters?
I'd say so, yeah, because I want to, you know, impress, obviously, you know, because it's a huge bill, like you said, Tyson coming back, and I'm another heavyweight on the bill, so yeah, it does mean more to me, to be fair.
Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Tyson, like how long you've known each other and the sort of stuff you've done through the years.
We're actually related, to be fair, through my mother's side, and he's fat, and he's dad. So I've known each other for quite a bit now, you know, like you said, I've been sparring him and that, I've been seeing him in the gym, and he's looking good, to be fair.
How much of a benefit has it been to you to work with him over the years from a very young age to you've kind of come up together?
Yeah, very well, you know, it's all experience, me sparring him. Definitely, it's all experience, and I've only sparred him, believe it or not, 2 or 3 times. Even though, you know, we've been around, you know, forever, but I've only sparred him 2 or 3 times, so when them 2 or 3 times, it's only been all experience for me.
You're trained by Ricky Hatton, obviously legendary British fighter. Tell us a bit about how that came about and what your relationship's like.
How it came about, to be fair, I was on the Great Britain squad for 2 or 3 years, and my manager at the time, Mick Carney, works with Ricky, you know, lawyers and etc. And he invited me down for a pad session. You know, who's gonna turn down a pad session with Ricky Hatton? And I went up there. You know, I was very nervous when I met him. You know, and he took me on the pads, and I was like, wow, I blew away with the knowledge he knew. And he liked what he seen. He kept inviting me back week by week. And then I had a bad decision happen to me in Poland when I was boxing for GB, and he offered me a professional contract. You know, it's too good to turn down. You know, to train with Ricky Hatton. You know, he's a man what's been there and got every single T-shirt in my eyes. You know, he's fought the 2 best pound for pound, and I think he'll go down as one of the best what's come out of Britain.
You're right up there in contention for domestic titles now. There's domestic title fight, British title fight coming up between Sam Sexton and Hughie Fury, who, again, I'm sure you're quite close to as a member of the Fury family. If Hughie was to win that fight, would you still want to challenge for the British title?
You know, British titles, obviously, I think Hughie's using it as a stepping stone. I think I might be wrong, I think he'll vacate it, to be there, because I think he wants to go on to world honours, you know. So obviously his last fight was against Joseph Parker. But like you said, if it happens, it happens, you know. Obviously a British title is a British title, and it's a prestige belt. I think every British boxer out there who turns professional wants to win that British title, you know. It's a lovely belt to win.
Let's talk about some of your domestic rivals. We talk about Hughie maybe using that stage as a stepping stone, so we'll take him out of the equation. Yeah. Let's start with Sam Sexton. What do you make of Sam?
Sam, you know, I think, what is he, 33, 34-year-old, you know, he's a tough, experienced man. He's had some wars, hasn't he, to be fair? You know, he's had a few encounters with Martin Rogan. He's a well-established man. He's very experienced, isn't he? You know, if you don't, how can I put it? If you don't beat him, he'll beat you. You know, if you're good, you beat him, but if you don't, he beats you.
Nick Webb, someone who you were nearly fighting in the past, but I think you got an opportunity for a superior title, so you went that route, which is fair enough. What would you make of Nick?
Nick, you know, well, as I said, I was meant to box him before, you know, for the English title, but I got offered a lot better fight against a better opponent, you know, in the unbeaten German for a better title. For
Mohamed Saltby, wasn't it?
Saltby, yeah, for a world ranking belt, and you know, it was a bit of a no-brainer for me, you know, to take that fight. If you could ask anyone in that position, what would you rather fight for, a world ranking belt or English title? So,
what do you make of Nick as a fighter, though? Do you rate him?
He's doing well so far. You know, he's knocking who he's fighting out, and you know, it's just he hasn't fought anyone, you know, that calibre yet, but I'm sure time will tell. Like myself, we've all got plenty of boxes to tick.
Got Joe Joyce, obviously not quite as young as you and the rest of the guys. He's getting on a bit, but in terms of experience level as a pro, he's on a similar level. He's going to be fighting for the Commonwealth title on May the 5th. What do you make of him and the step up to the Commonwealth title against Lenroy Thomas?
I think it's a good move, to be fair, because I think what's Joyce had? He's got to have had over 200 amateur fights. He's done 15 or 16 WSBs, so they're like professional fights already, you know, and fighting world-ranked amateurs. So, and like you said before, his age, was he 32? 32, 33 years of age, and he's a move on the heavyweight division now. So I think it's a good move to fight for the Commonwealth title, and I believe he'll win that comfortably against Lenroy.
And then you've got Daniel Dubois, who's obviously promoted by Frank Warren, who's putting on the show on June the 9th. What do you make of Dubois and the steps he's taken so far?
He's doing all right at the minute, but at the end of the day, he's not really fighting anyone, is he? You know what I mean? He looked a bit struggling against DL Jones. You know, he only done 3 rounds, so it's early days for him in a minute. I don't know why they're hyping him up to be the next best thing, but time will tell.
He's not actually that much different in age to you, is he? He's only a little bit younger, yeah. 6 months between you, but...
We was on the Great Britain team together.
Did you ever spar each other at that time?
200-300 rounds at least.
Wow. Did you see anything in him then that kind of made you think he was going to become a quality professional?
No, you know, we both had good spars. You know, to be totally honest with you, you know, every time I sparred him, I felt like I was above him. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, he's probably learnt more of his coach now, what he's got. You know, he's different now in it, professional to amateurs. Well, he's doing well so far, and I believe me and him will end up fighting down the road sooner or later. Could be this year, could be next year.
What do you see as your own path? What are the next kind of 2 or 3 steps for you in your career?
Hopefully win June the 9th, sorry. Defend that belt and just keep on fighting, keep on winning and keep on learning. But the next 2 or 3 fights should hopefully get another title in. I've got the WBC International Silver, so hopefully get another one, like another world ranking body, and keep on building really from there.
And is the ultimate ambition to win a world title as it is for the majority of boxers?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, I wouldn't be in it. I'm not the type of fighter just to come here and win a British title or international title. I want to be a world champion. You know what I mean? That's why I get up every morning and train, and that's what I want to do. And
for anyone watching who's never seen you box before, obviously that's bad on them. They should have watched you. They should be aware of your existence at least. Tell us what your style is and what people can expect on the 9th of June.
I'd like to say I'm an explosive fighter. You know, I'm very fast. I'm a very good body puncher, hence being trained by Ricky. Very good body puncher, and I'm quite strong as well. So I'd call myself an explosive fighter.
Well, you heard it here first. Tune in and watch the explosive Nathan Gorman on June the 9th.
Thank you.
Thank you.